It's that time of year again. Welcome to Oxon Hill High School's Back to School Night 2020. I'm Mr. Whalen. I have been teaching now 18 years. My favorite subject to teach is geography, and I try to work that into everything that I teach. I have some other duties, which include sponsoring Rho Kappa, which is the Social Studies National Honor Society. I'm also the social media manager for Oxon Hill High School and also the engagement and technology lead teacher. You can follow my work on Instagram and Twitter at Cliptography. Those are my professional feeds. I also have a YouTube channel, Whalen 1917. And also, I'm very proud. Last year, my AP World History students created Elocution, which is another YouTube channel. So you can check that out when you have some time. So, AP Human Geography is essentially looking at the world today through an economic, cultural, political, and urban viewpoint and trying to basically understand spatial problems. So, this is really critical for understanding a phenomena like the spread of a pandemic, and also something as simplistic and personal as where are we going to locate a school in our neighborhood. So, human geography has a lot of applications and implications for learning in every subject area. I also teach AP Modern World History. This class goes from 1200 CE to modern day. It's covered in about 9 units in 4 time periods. It's a lot of work, but it's a great set of lessons to walk away from your high school career with. When I teach this class, I think this might be the last time that my students take history. If they get a 3, 4, or 5 in their exam and they satisfy their gen ed requirements in college, this could be it. So I give it my all. All right, honors. So this is a world history class. It's much like the AP class, except instead of preparing for a standardized exam, everything culminates in a research project in the form of History Day. So we cover basically the same time periods, same themes as the AP World course, but the outcome is a little bit more focused on the holistic and enriching approach of research projects. So if you think that maybe you'll never have any kind of liberal arts major, you're just doing like a science and tech kind of route, this is something that I would suggest for you because the research methods that you learn in the course are applicable to all courses of study. All right, and then new to me this year is television production. We learn about online safety, television and film production, sound design, podcasting, and graphic arts. And also, we participate in the Prince George's County Film Festival. So, we're going to have a film festival in house to determine who our 4 entries are. And we'll send them on to the county level competition. So, of course, students in my class are expected to prepare a submission to participate in the school based film festival. And we're really looking forward to doing that this year. Curriculum overview. So in geography, I mentioned those 4 areas before. These are the units. 1, thinking geographically. We're going to learn about what information maps tell, how people make maps, how maps can lie, and the types of geography-related technology and careers that exist. Population and migration patterns. Migration is definitely a hot topic nowadays, and people are on the move all around the world. Cultural patterns and processes, political patterns and processes. Talk about gerrymandering and where borders exist and how they're created and what their purposes are. Agricultural and rural land use, cities and urban land use. Most people are moving increasingly to cities around the world, so that's a bigger and bigger knowledge set that students should be equipped with as they go on to graduation, and then industrial and economic development patterns globally. AP Modern has those 4 time periods, as you can see, and each time period has at least 2 units. The most recent one has 3, and you can see that the weightings are a little bit heavier in the middle. Units 3 through 6 count a little bit more in the test. And for World History Honors, we have 6 units here. You can see they sort of mirror the time periods in the AP class, but they're broken down slightly differently. And of course, breaking barriers in history. That is the theme for National History Day this year. These are the units that I mentioned before for the television production class: graphic art, podcasting, sound design, television and film production, safety, literacy, and media arts. And we will do the Prince George's County Film Festival. Here's some information about attendance. I will let you read it instead of narrating to you. One thing that I want to mention that is not here is that students that are having difficulty connecting through Zoom, as long as they get on Google Classroom and do something to show that they attended, they will be marked present for that day. All right, so we're going to definitely do our minimum of 2 grades a week. Actually, in order to keep people engaged and busy, I don't think that there's going to be a week where there's only 2 grades, so expect more than 2 grades per week. What can we expect in terms of assignments? So there's a website called AP Classroom that the AP students need to use, and they'll have a lot of assessments and quizzes in there. Sometimes we'll do projects. There's another great application called Edpuzzle, which just pairs any kind of publicly posted video with a set of questions that students answer. And so that's a great way to make sure that they're watching and keeping up with their independent practice, which is what we call homework now because all work is occurring at home. Human Geography will have some specific mapping projects that we'll do either on OpenStreetMap or ESRI, which is a GIS. AP Modern World, their big project is that YouTube channel that I mentioned before. They're going to create long essay question responses digitally. They'll perform them, and then eventually they'll record them as screencasts and put them on that channel. It's actually it's created in the format of a television show, and it's really useful for teachers. So we're supporting instruction around the world with it, which is great. Vocabulary.com is something that is common to the television production and modern world history courses. So they're going to do vocabulary drills basically to help them prepare for the next lesson, give them some more background knowledge before I start hitting them with some technical terms. And also it will help them with standardized testing when it's time to do that, because they'll just have more in the vocabulary menu to choose from when it's time to read a question and respond. Okay, digital platforms. They're all here. Zoom, Edpuzzle, G Suite, Vocabulary.com, ArcGIS Online, and of course the College Board account. These are pretty much students have already signed up for this, or it is embedded in the school system's communication. And then finally, I wanted to let you know that at the top of each lesson, there is access to Google Translate, text-to-speech, dictation resources to help students that might be having language acquisition issues in class. At the bottom of each lesson plan, there's an area for a reteaching activity, and if one's available, I'll put that down there. If you send me an email Monday through Friday, I'll respond to you within 48 hours. And students and parents are welcome to call on me during my second period C-Day office hours, which brings us to, I think it's our last slide here, my office hours and contact information. So please feel free to email me. You can send me a direct message on Twitter or Instagram if you feel like you want to connect more quickly. And of course, if you have the Remind app and you get the reminds for the class, you can message me that way as well. So thank you for attending Oxon Hill High School's Back to School Night. I hope that your experience is wonderful. Have a great evening.